Hello there, people of the world out there on the streets. This is One Time Play here, back at it again with another video. And today, first things first, let me start with, hey, yeah, the topic that we're gonna discuss is a little bit 50-50 due to the fact that this is the only negative review on Glassdoor in relation to Respawn. So let me just introduce you to the topic of the video. It says, burnout, stress, and heavy anxiety on the Apex Legends project. This is a review on Glassdoor, which is a site where you get to review companies like Respawn, Apex, and it's for employees who have something to say. I believe it's anonymous, and so with that being said, don't forget to hit that like for the YouTube algorithm, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then I don't know why you wouldn't do that. It's free. Anyhow, let's continue talking about this, and let's read what the reviewer actually says, and then I'll go on to tell you about what the leader, I suppose, or the Apex Respawn team has to say about it. And so let's just get started. The review says, I've been working at Respawn Entertainment full time, and he says that the pros are founders of the studio generally have a great sense of how to make a great game, which is not necessarily the case for the rest of EA. That goes without saying, because Battlefront 2 was a whole fiasco, man. Yikes. Office improvement have been great as our place of work has needed a lot of attention. So they're actually paying a lot of attention into what's needed to make the environment better. That is not EA though, by the way. So he continues and says that the cons or the whole workplace is most every other game company, Epic, Activision, Bungie, etc. have extended projects deadlines and featured content roadmaps in accommodate for lower efficiencies and general stress anxiety during COVID-19, but not on the Apex project. I feel extremely stressed and burned out trying to keep our seasonal release on the same aggressive timeline as pre-shelter in place productivity. I currently work 12 to 13 hours a day, and there is no separation between my work and work life. I have no idea how to do a live service project, which means poor planning decisions and no ceasing of work. Means we actually have very little idea how much we can accomplish in a given month. So there's actually a lot of it seems mental strain in relation to deadlines. So, and this is something that, like I said, the project leader from Respawn team touches on in a little bit. So apparently there haven't been any delays on the timeline for Apex, but there was a 2 weeks delay on season 4 before season 5 was launched, or between season 5 and 6. One of the seasons had a 2 weeks hiatus, and that I can guarantee you because I was playing the game during that time. Nothing happened between those 2 weeks. They didn't give us extra weekly challenges. They didn't give us anything. So he goes on and says that no attention to employee health during the period. We get 2 conflicting messages around please take care of your health, and we must keep the same schedule and work even longer hours to meet our deadlines. I'm so burned out that I am considering leaving without a next job to go to just so that mentally I can be in a better place. So apparently it's a lot of strain on the guy. Like I said, it's a review from a anonymous site where employees can leave reviews about their companies. And so let's see what the leader from Respawn had to say. So he says, I'll chime in on this because a lot of this falls on me as the leader of the Apex teams, but I truly believe Respawn has its employees' best interests and health in mind, and always has. Transitioning to work from home all of a sudden during the pandemic was indeed very hard on the team. Took some getting accustomed to, and we all certainly had never gone through this before, so we're all in the same uncharted territory. We certainly didn't have the tools, tech, or systems in place to make a smooth transition to going from several hundred personal team on the same campus to a completely remote studio. During this transition, I knew that not only was work going to be more difficult and less productive, but people would also be dealing with a scary global pandemic. Add to that the pressure, even in a normal environment, of making a live service game, and we are set up for likely the biggest challenge we ever faced and are still facing as we continue to work from our homes. As the Apex team leader, I was vocal every day telling people to only work as much as they can. This was reiterated by the studio leadership and EA leadership as well. Highly doubt that. Many have kids at home since schools are closed, or maybe their work environment isn't comfortable, they don't have a suitable home PC, or they have to take care of sick family members. Heck, even in an ideal work from home office, it's exhausting to sit in the same spot all day and have endless Zoom meetings. We're all learning how hard this is together as a team. I'll tell you what, I never thought it would be so difficult. Adding 10 millions of fans who are shopping at a bit for great content, and the pressure is on. Literally, right now, Apex needs some content. Respawn and EA put many benefits in place to make sure employees were being taken care of. Unlimited pay time off if you were not feeling well physically or mentally, or taking care of someone. Reimbursement for any purchases made working from home easier or more comfortable. Addition pay each paycheck to cover increased energy or internet bills, flex work hours, and the list goes on. This is good because EA can definitely afford all of this stuff. Regarding deadlines and delays, I was very vocal to the team about their deadlines. Like a broken record, I continuously ask that people speak up to their manager or producers if they will not be able to get their work done on time without crunching. Delays will be okay, we just need to know when is needed. Remember that our 2 weeks delay when season 4 was supposed to end, and then magically an additional 2 weeks was added to the end of the season with no weekly challenges? Yeah, I remember that for sure. That was because I delayed the season 5 by 2 weeks. That's also had a trickling effect of many other much longer delays, but I won't go into that because it's of announced content. And then we have one Respawn ex-employee that is actually vouching for the guy that says, I recently left my position as a game designer on Apex at Respawn for entirely personal reasons, and I'm able to speak freely about my time there. Respawn is a wonderful place to work. The game director, which is his name is Darren, is telling the truth. Since February, he and the other managers in both Respawn and he continues talking about how that I was been looking after them and telling them that if they need extra time, they could definitely get it. However, let's be honest, EA is hungry for the shatter, but what can you do about that, man? It's a really, really, really successful game, so of course they wanna profit from the success of a game that is essentially on its prime, so to speak. And yeah, I just recently made a video talking about how the content is really dry on Apex at the moment, and they need to do something about it. And that still doesn't change. They could easily just add limited time modes or anything small as it can be, just something that can switch up and give us some content. Literally, it could be anything, and I think the majority of the content creators on YouTube will be more than pleased about it. But then again, I suppose this is a good excuse as any would be to simply not add content to the game. But then again, my personal opinion is that a limited time of any form, even if it's a repetitive one, as long as it's not the nightfall limited time mode, I really don't like nighttime Kings Canyon. And hit that like if you agree with me, because that game mode and that map sucks. So yeah, don't bring that back. Give me something like the Dummy Days, something like that, Gold Rush. And dude, literally any Disney limited time mode, and I'll be happy as hell for the rest of the time, even if we don't get any brand new significant content. But those are my 2 cents on this conversation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and if you guys actually enjoyed this content, don't forget to give the video a like. And if you guys are wondering what the gameplay on the background is, it's Titanfall 2 gameplay. Y'all need to see this. The game is beautiful. The campaign is great, and so far I'm enjoying playing through it. And I suggest that if you haven't already, and well, if you got time, if you don't, then you can always watch the series. It's on the channel, and I will make a playlist for it. But you really need to get on this. You really need to watch. The gameplay is absolutely spot on. I love it, and so far I'm having a blast. But that's it from me. The video is running a little bit too long, longer than I would like it to. But so I'm gonna make my exit right about now. This is One Time Play here, signing out. Peace.